All right, welcome in everybody. Show two of the night, April 16th. This is the true TCP SuperSystem Daily Alert Summary Show where we go through the alerts that the system generated today and we kind of interpret those signals and charts with you and we move on. The video that we're going to be posting, or we just posted prior to this, was really more centered on Bitcoin and some of the Bitcoin news that we came across today and posted the last day or so. So take a peek at that one as well. It's pretty good. But this one will be strictly these alerts that you see on the screen today. And we had one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight alerts, all confirmed trend reversals to the upside. I will say, this system does a remarkable job, again, of helping us identify areas of opportunity to scale in or scale out, whether it's up or down. And we want to keep this system free. We want to keep bringing you the alerts and the interpretations. But to do that and not have to sell this system for very expensive prices, we need help growing the show. We're going to rely on YouTube to bring in that revenue. So we want to go that path so we can bring this to ordinary people and help everyday people achieve the extraordinary gains that we've been able to achieve with it. So maybe it can change your life. Who knows? Um, Now, with all that said, I know it sucks, but we got to do the disclaimer. None of this is financial advice. We're not financial advisors. We simply share our system and interpretations to help you in your research efforts. So you would have to say it's informational only. But here we go. So to start with, again, all these are confirmed trend reversal signals to the upside. We've got Centrifuge, Goldfinch, both tokenization plays, Algo, VeChain, HBAR. I'd call that tokenization. Solana, Bitcoin, which we already covered today, and that's another Solana. So let's go to Solana first. Now, since it triggered, we'll go with the lowest price that it triggered at, which is $1.31, and that was at 7 o'clock. So what you're looking at on the screen is three things: mean reversion data up top, the main system here, and then the what we call hot sensor at the bottom. There's three hot sensors: short term, medium term, long term. These are key. Uh, and there's two things you're looking at with the hot sensors. You're looking at the colors and you're looking at the crossovers of the midline. Colors being white, gray, blue, yellow, orange, red, both to the upside and to the downside. And the most opportunistic areas there are in the red colors. That's where you really want to be evaluating your assets. And then on the main system, it's really the confirmed indicators and then the dark green diamonds and the dark red diamonds. Those are really what we're looking for. And then we leverage the mean reversion up top just to help support price action and what we feel is happening so we can make a decision. So for Solana, you can see we did get that confirmed uptrend yellow label today at that $1.31 mark. Currently trading at I'm sorry, 131.70, so it's up just a little bit. But what's nice about this is, here is your confirmation of your downtrend. You could have avoided all that pain. We did have a little chop here, so a couple inconsistencies here, but typically when you see the potential trend reversal with a little bump and a little retracement above the cloud, then the confirmation, typically we go higher. Now, does it work every single time? No. But you're looking for stuff like this right here, where you got your potential, your confirmation, and then bam, you don't get your down confirmation until up here. So that's a nice, nice return. And that's what we're looking for. And that's what that system helps us identify and generate those types of returns. And again, as an example, there's one of those dark green diamonds that occurred back on August 5th. And you can see, I mean, literally, boom, up. And darker, let me see if I can find you a dark red one on this one. Yeah, it's up here. So there's your dark red. You could have nailed the top. Now, granted, it wasn't in the red down here, so that's a call for you to make. But then, boom. So, a couple different ways to use this thing, but not looking bad for Solana here. Like I said, we did get the crossover on the short term. Haven't quite made it back, but you can see it was getting over. It was getting. Well, I guess I should say, being on the downside, we're getting more back to normalized trading ranges because we're going from yellow to blue, then probably gray, then white, and then it's going to probably cross over. So that's what we're looking for there. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Let's look at H bar. I will say H bar is one of our largest holdings for transparency. But look at this. This is crazy. So this was back when it had its first run not long ago. But look, I want you to look at this. It's remarkable, I'm telling you. Potential trend reversal. Confirmation. Absolutely nailed it. Now, for those that are going to say, oh, well, you hit dark red diamonds, there's like 50 of them, how would you know when to sell? Or how would you know when to consider even making that decision? I'm going to show you two ways. You have a cloud, it is green, that is a uptrend. You want to try to stay in that as long as you can. And if it's not changing, it's a call for you to make, not for us to tell you when. But that's how you can avoid like selling at the first diamond. A second way is the mean reversion, like I said earlier. It helps support this. So you can see we had the crossover, the cloud changed from red to green. But look at your mean reversion lines. There's three of them: red, orange, blue. The hash lines are your extreme zones. Green is your opportunity zone. Red is your exit zone. But what happens more times than not, when you have all three above these extreme zones, it'll trend like this right here. And as long as that thing is staying above those lines, and as long as that red one is, right at or above that red zone, I mean, watch this. This thing, let's look at the short term. So it turned red here, but look here. Look at the top of your screen where the red line is up in the mean reversion data. It's coming back down through that red zone, and look at that. Beautiful. Now, could you time it that way every single time when it's a long, drawn out bull run? Probably not. But I mean, you could scale out along the way. Be smart. Leverage this in a way where if you scaled out 1 to 3 times, that would be a fantastic way. You wouldn't get the maximum return, but you sure wouldn't miss. You sure wouldn't get stuck at the top and not be able to get out if you wanted to. So that's kind of how we use it, just to help kind of guide you there. But like I said, again, H bar kind of the same. The mean reversion doesn't look too great. I mean, it's the red lines, it's coming back down from the top down through that green opportunity zone, with the other lines just above that extreme zone. So this really doesn't. Honestly, if this thing came lower, I wouldn't be surprised. So I probably wouldn't jump on H bar just yet, um, or add to our positions at least just yet, until we get, I'd say, at least another 1 to 2 days of confirmation. So if we start moving higher and it doesn't pull back, then I'd feel a lot better. Now, um, what's interesting here is all three hot sensors are actually on the bottom side of that midline. So yeah, we definitely need to see a crossover of at least one or two of these before we would actually make a decision here to add more to our position on H bar. V chain. Take a look at old V chain here. Yeah, that thing's come down a good bit. But again, golly, whew, potential confirmation. Bam! You don't get your next confirmation till up here. Again, another easy way, another extreme trend. So you could have got out right there where it hit the red zone. I mean, look, guys, I don't really know what else I can do. Again, it took me 2 to 3 years to build this thing. and there's reasons for that. And like I said, I want to keep bringing this to all the ordinary people for free. So please help me grow this channel. Share it, like it, subscribe, comment. I would love to engage in the comments. If you have an asset you want me to put through here, I'll consider it for just its own personal show, or include it in maybe an alert show. But I would love to engage. So put whatever you want down in the comments. It's pretty open forum. So so VeChain again, potential or confirmation here for to the upside, but again, we're not quite ready, kind of like H bar. Um, Algo, we like us some Algo. Let's see. Yeah, these look pretty similar. Um, Now this one's a little interesting. So take a look at this. Again, just like the other ones, you had some long drawn out kind of extremes in it with trends, and then it came back down around here. So you'd be up here somewhere getting out. Not too bad. But look at here. Right about the current price level, we got a dark green diamond. Now that was back on March 10th for Algo. You can see it did go just a tad bit lower, but it's back to actually right at or above that maybe with a confirmation here. So we need to see what this one does. Again, always 1 or 2 days, and we'll see if we can get this short-term hot sensor to start trending upward. So Algo's looking decent. Goldfinch, we have a small position in Goldfinch. This one's interesting. Okay, let's take a look here. So Goldfinch, we got a potential. The same day that we got a potential, it spiked, and you also got a dark red diamond, and what do you know, it came right back. But now we're getting a confirmation of an uptrend. So if this thing converts, transitions to a green cloud, you've got your red up top, you got your orange and blue trailing, you've got a crossover on the top, short sensor, hot sensor, you've got improving color scheme on the medium and long term, but it would be hard to do anything here. So again, these yellow labels and triangles, 1 to 2 days. You got to be patient. Don't get caught trying to be too greedy. Centrifuge. Let's take a look at centrifuge. Very similar. Man, so nice. Look at this thing. Whew. I'm telling y'all, this thing works. There's your potential and your confirmation on downtrend. Whew. Could have avoided all that pain. Now you do have some light green diamonds. These are areas. If we do anything there, it's usually just like a dollar cost average type of move. Dark green is where we do more heavy entry points. But you can see again, it's remarkable. Dark green diamond on March 9th. So what's that? About just over a month ago. Choppiness. You can see multiple potentials. That's when it gets choppy. But usually you get choppy before you hit that next run. So keep that in mind. Uh, and we're trading right at that same level as where we got that dark green diamond. So that makes me more confident in what happens next. Again, I can't say it's financial advice, but again, we have leveraged this to make alpha returns that far exceed the 7% people are so happy to get in the stock market. So that's centrifuge. Again, another 1 to 2 days there. Well, really any of these 1 to 2 more days because they just hit today. So, but I want to show you. I'm gonna skip everything else. Actually, that might be everything. But I'm gonna show you our door. This is one we covered yesterday. I would urge you to go look at the commentary we put out on that video, and I'm gonna show you something. Oh, and it came back. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. It's very interesting. So if you go look at our commentary yesterday, and if you if you saw the price action today, this thing was, when we were making our video yesterday on this, you can see we nailed the dark green diamonds. Bam, it shoots up. We're getting red diamonds. We're way, way, way above the extremes. Earlier today, this thing had dropped from here. This is exactly where it was yesterday, all the way back down to like here. Today, it was like 10 cents at one point today. And we said that could happen yesterday. It was fantastic when we said it. We said this thing went from 3 cents to 14. I was like, literally looked at the camera and said, "Don't want to be greedy." And then bam, it dropped down to 10. Probably freaked a lot of people out. They probably sold, and bam, right back up it goes. So here again, since we're well above the extremes on all three lines here, what you're really wanting to see is this trend. Now we don't own this one. I don't even know anything about this token, and that was covered in the video yesterday. So I wouldn't make a move here. Um, but yeah, for those that are in this one, if you have it, for this system to be applied to it, you would want to see a long drawn out trend up here above these hash lines. Keep that red one above this red zone, or I'd be running like fire. But I have a feeling this one might drop fast when it drops. So, um, just opinion. So that is the alerts for the TCP SuperSystem. Again, I'm your creator. If you want to engage with me one-on-one, check the links in our description. We have other socials. We do share these alerts on Patreon. There's free options over there as well as paid options where you can get one-on-one access with me. You can put things in the comments as well, and we'll try to address it if we can, but I can't promise. Again, we want to keep this thing free, so you know what to do. Thanks for your attention. Best trading. We'll see you tomorrow.